Good evening, traders. Hope you've had a fantastic day today. It's Mark here from Trade and Train. I just want to run over a very quick trade setup we sent out to our members earlier this afternoon, and it treated us very well, to say the least. We've got 200% return investment out of that in under 3 hours. What did that look like, and what does that mean? Well, the simple way of thinking about it, guys, is whatever amount of money you were prepared to risk, it essentially doubled in that period of time. So let's say you wanted to put $100 down risk, it then returned $200. Now, let's get this straight. This doesn't happen every day in not just a short space of time, but when the technicals and then fundamental news gives it a little push, fantastic, you get your return a lot quicker. So what was it and how did it happen? Well, the trade was actually a pound yen, and as you can see, we'd come off a lower daily channel, we'd put in a new high, a higher low, and we were still moving in impulse with a little correction, and we were targeting price coming up back towards this previous high, but we wanted to look at the trade somewhere through this little bit here. Now I'm just going to pull out the screenshot that we sent over to our members earlier today, and this is what it looked like. So this is how we sent it out first thing. Well, when I say first thing, it was 2 o'clock this afternoon, so first thing for your US members. You can see how price had created a couple of nice cycles. We've gone up, we'd pulled back, we'd impulsed, we'd corrected, impulse correction, impulse correction, back into the moving averages, and then we had a nice morning star formation in here confirming momentum. And then whatever our risk was, we were looking at a 2-to-1, and then we would use our trade management skills to basically protect any sort of capital depreciation should the market move in our favor and then start to fall back on us. Now you can see we got a 20 pips notification sent out to our members, then the next notification at 3:18, so in just an hour and 16 minutes we were now 1% up, so 100% return on investment. And then 2 hours and 7 minutes later we hit our target, and you can see it pretty much went in a straight line. Yes, we were fortunate that news did help and give us a catalyst, but let's break it down. So let's look at the chart, let's bring in what we were looking at that time and how our members actually took advantage of this trade. So as we sent it out, you know, there's no EMAs on here right now, but this is the kind of thing we were looking at. We can see we've got our first point of inception, second, third clean touch. If we bring in the moving averages, you'll see that price not only was pulling back into the moving averages, it actually rejected the 50 moving average after creating a couple of nice cycles. So you can see the market was in a corrective move here, and we can see that by the market creating these lower lows, lower highs, and then as we break through the short-term trend line, the counter trend line, to move back into the direction of the predominant trend, we create a new high, we pull back, and then buyers come back into play. We put our long entry, which was just here, stops underneath the lows, and then price with a 2-to-1 target, which just through here, and you can see the market went on, hit target, and then started to basically correct straight afterwards. Now we don't care what it does now, you know, the money's in the bank and it's onwards and looking for the next opportunity. So what do we notice about the pound market? So let's take a look at cable. Cable is obviously GBPUSD. Now the USD has taken a bit of a beating today, and if we just look left on the sterling chart, we'll go up to the daily time frame. It's always best to look at the higher time frame. Now we can see that we've had multiple rejections at this 134 to 135 area. You can see through here to the left you had a nice long wick rejection. Here in the center we had a big wick rejection, and then today we've had for the last few days we've had consolidation with multiple attempts at 134, and then today we've actually pierced it, but it'll be interesting to see where the market closes tonight. So we've got about another hour and a half to see where it closes. If we close somewhere in and around the 134s and just below, well then that could give us a clue that potentially we might see a decline in this market. And for those of you that do follow us, you know that we do follow a bit of seasonal tendencies. So seasonal would just be looking to see where the market, it's not really for magnitude, i.e. it's not how far the market is likely to move or how far it's likely to fall. It's more about timing, looking for where the market is likely to decline or where it's likely to appreciate in value. So seasonal patterns can give you that indication, and you want to look at a market to see, regardless of what type of fundamental announcements are out there, you can find that there's tendencies that the market will follow. And early part of December is a key point where we see early risk off scenario, which traditionally would mean you'd see equities decline a little bit, you'd see the US dollar strengthen, and you'd see things like gold and silver strengthen. Well, we've seen a dramatic increase in gold today after hitting some key levels, and I'm going to look at an opportunity there. But for pound or GBPUSD and some other pound pairs, there could be a little correction in play towards about 131, and then through the early part or back end of this year and early part of next year, we could start looking for that potentially to appreciate. Now, that is based on seasonal patterns and technicals that we're looking at. On the flip side of that, obviously we've got Brexit news due to come out that we seem to be waiting forever and a day in. Now, that Brexit news will either take us through the 134s and continue pushing north, or it's obviously going to be bad news for sterling and will break technical support. So whichever way you are trading, make sure that you have a strict risk management process in place before actually placing any trades. So that's pound. We will be looking for shorting opportunities. Long opportunities now, we'll have to see pound close above these wicks before I start looking for long opportunities. So I will be looking for that change in cycle, change in sentiment, and looking to potentially short this down to the 131s, and then looking for the longs. Alternatively, if we see a nice break and close above this wick over here, then we'll be looking for long opportunities. Preference lies though, like I say, with looking for shorts in the near term. If we move over to gold, so gold was a lovely chart. Seasonal came down into a nice structure lows, the 117.65s. We've come into a little bit of a structure in terms of where we saw sellers sell off very, very aggressively, followed by two dojis, and then we had that final impulse. So we're in an area right now where we could potentially see a short-term correction on gold, and that would line us up lovely, looking for a long opportunity from around the 1780 to 1785. And that would tee in quite nicely with our technicals and seasonal analysis. So I'll be looking for price to break from where we currently sit, just above the 1800 barrier, down in towards anywhere between 1790 and 1780, and this will be a perfect opportunity to be looking to get long and hold this pretty much until mid-February. And then it's about a matter of layering our trades on top. So if you do like to scale in and scale out as the trade moves in your favor, then this is obviously going to be hopefully the first of many trades through the period of the next couple of months. So we'll be looking for opportunities, like I say, if price pulling back down in towards 1790, 1780, and then looking for those long opportunities. We do have an exciting announcement coming up, which we are running and starting in January, which is going to be a 90-day trader challenge. It's going to be completely free to enter, and you will be mentored by Trade and Train for 90 days. You will need a live trading account. There are going to be a couple of rules. In order to register for this opportunity or express an interest, you will need to send us an email to mark@tradeandtrain. We will give you the information on how you can register and get the ball rolling, ready to start 2021 with a bang. So what's going to be entailed? Well, the 90-day challenge is essentially we're going to give you rules to follow. There's going to be a leaderboard. Those that can adhere to the rules get the best results over that 90 days. There's going to be training along the way. There's going to be webinars. There's going to be live videos. Lots going on. Those that actually adhere to the rules and share your results with Trade and Train, there's going to be some incredible prizes for the top three. First prize will be a year's training with Trade and Train on every program and a funded account. Second prize is going to be a year's trading and training with Trade and Train. And the third and final prize will be 6 months training, all completely free. So let's put it this way. If you are trading right now and you're doing it without any education, then why not start trading but get education for free? And all you need to do is follow what we teach, be disciplined, and you could potentially get yourself at least 6 months free training. Okay, flip side is you get a nice large funded account to trade if you're the lucky first place prize. winner. Okay guys, well listen, have a wonderful evening and we'll see you in our latest YouTube video at some point tomorrow. Good night.